Good morning and welcome to the Elevate Renatus team call. This is your host, Keely Austin. Today is Thriving Thursday. It's October 1st, and we have a fantastic trainer with us today. But first, just a couple of quick announcements. Our quote of the day is, "The size of your success is measured by the strength of your desire," by Robert Kiyosaki. Some dates to take note of. We have our regional states, which is happening in just a couple of weeks. October 23rd and 24th, we will be doing a 2-day training. So if you need to take work off or just set some things aside so that you can attend these two days of full training, 2 full days of training, you'll definitely want to do so. One day will be with the nation, so a national leadership meeting and then, or training rather, and then the other day will be a more local regional training. So I'm very, very excited for that. In the past, we've always done, of course, in-person regionals with our region, and we do a lot of awards, a lot of recognition. So this year will be a bit different with it being online, but I know that with the national conference this year, just last March, it was online, and it was actually really, really fun, and they did a fantastic job at keeping everybody energized and just having a good time, even though we were all sitting at our computers. So also, we have our nationals dates. Speaking of nationals, we've got the dates for 2021. We'll be meeting online March 18th through the 20th for our national conference. Very excited for that as well. Also, we have our leaders retreat dates. We're going to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico next year, August 13th through the 17th. In order to go to leaders retreat, which you definitely have to go, it's an absolute blast. You need to either be 5-star or be 5-star, or excuse me, 1-star with 5 ICMs, 5 active ICMs, and maybe that's changed, but the goal really here is 5-star. So get 5-star, do what you need to do to get 5-star, and we'll see you at regionals, or not regionals, leaders retreat. And for our events this week, let's see, today's Thursday. So tonight we're doing what Michael refers to as a Super Bowl of events. We've got all kinds of events happening tonight. So we have our Spanish house tour, which we toured last night in English, and it was a great tour. So tonight at 7, Spanish house tour, and also at 7 o'clock we have our, oh, excuse me, let me go back just a quick moment here. So yesterday's house tour, just wanted to review the numbers with you all. The purchase price of the property was $310. The ARV is 480. So Gavin, the young individual working on this property, I understand has done quite a few deals with his experience with Renatus. So congratulations to Gavin. He's going to be gaining a $40,000 net profit in just a short 6 to 8 week project with this fix and flip. So congratulations, Gavin. These house tours are so much fun, and they're a very, very powerful exposure for your guests. So make sure you're getting your guests to these house tours every Wednesday, and like I mentioned, on Thursday as well in Spanish. So also tonight, we are doing our Pillars of Wealth interpresentation at 7. We have our follow-up and funding workshop for those who perhaps have seen a house tour already or have seen a Pillars of Wealth workshop and they're just looking for maybe some more answers to some of their questions or some funding options. This is a fantastic opportunity for them to learn more and get some questions answered. We also have an onboarding class where both students and guests are welcome. They'll learn a lot more about what the first couple of months maybe of their journey are going to look like with Renatus. And we have multiple study groups built around real estate happening tonight. So if you're already plugged in, or you've got some new students who would want to plug into some of these, this is a great opportunity to do so. So we have study groups based around fix and flip, multifamily, short-term rental, wholesaling. We have an essential study group for both English and Spanish speaking. And we also have, last but not least, our business development study group. So lots and lots of value being provided each and every week for us to grow in our businesses. We are recording on both, we are recording, so we put these recordings on Facebook as well as YouTube. For our Facebook page, you definitely want to be a part of that. It's Renatus Team Elevate. There's a lot of important announcements there. And That's also where we post these videos, so you can catch any replays there. And then we also have a YouTube channel that has tons and tons of videos, lots and lots of value. So if you're newer or you've been around for a while, this YouTube channel is a great way for you to go back and review any of these morning calls. All right, so today we get to learn from Wanda Carrasquillo. Wanda spends an hour with us each and every Thursday, and I'm so grateful because she has done a very, very beautiful job at marrying the marketing with Renatus to personal development and mindset training, which I have found for myself personally with Renatus. When I first started, I realized how many limiting beliefs I had and how many fears that I had, and I really had a lot of work to do personally before I could really start to take action on a lot of my goals. Well, that was a part of the action, right? Was working on my personal development. So Thursdays are super important. Happy to have you all here to gain from Wanda's knowledge. So just some of Wanda's background. She was born in Puerto Rico, and she has earned herself 2 master's degrees in education despite many life challenges. In her career, she succeeded in many ways, but only to a point where she was hitting the ceiling each time she attempted to go higher. She was trading her time for money, and I think a lot of us can relate to that with a 9-to-5 job. Wanda was always looking for business opportunities, but she always found herself not getting too far with those. She never really accomplished much with those. However, with Renatus, she has been able to really let that entrepreneurial spirit shine. She started about 4 years ago, and in her first 8 months alone, she earned herself 6 figures and has continued to do so each year after. That's incredibly inspiring. So Wanda has also completed around 20 real estate transactions, and she's also on the PIT team, which means she's in training to be on the PAC, the President's Advisory Council. So we're very, very fortunate to get to learn from Wanda Carrasquillo. Take notes, and good morning, Wanda. How are you?
Good morning, Keely. Good morning. And good morning, everybody, for being on this call. I always look forward to this call, and I thank you, Keely, for all the preparation that you have put together and the time that you spent to put all this together for us and to begin the day in this positive vibe, right? So this is really good. And selecting the code of the date and everything is so awesome. I love the one that you selected for today that says the size of your success. The size of your success is measured by the strength of your desire. And that goes really along. And many times she and I are in the same page. And it's nothing that we prepared ahead of time or anything. But today, after watching Saturday's intensive with Bob Snyder, I was inspired to talk about the book that he suggested, The Greatest Salesman in the World. And that by Mandino. So that book, I put all the reference for the book in the Facebook page and all the different points that we're going to cover today. So you can refer to that as we speak, because I'm not going to project anything on the screen. But this book was really inspiring to me. And I heard about that book, but I never really picked it up. I read it or anything. And it's a very short one. It's about 2 hours, so I will recommend it to you. But it will change your mind on the things that you have put online to begin progressing in your marketing and to begin really beginning to become the best salesman. And it is interesting that I was thinking, we meet on these calls every single day from Monday to Friday. And sometimes the money making activities that we are doing is not related or aligned with the production and the end goals that we have. And what I mean with this is that we are being trained, we have the knowledge, we have the skills, and we have the tools. But in here, there is something that is stopping us from moving forward to gain the results. That makes sense? And recently we did a big group of about 24 people of us. We were meeting every day and just sharing ideas and sharing inspirations and getting to do money making activities, because consistency is something that we have to have in order to gain the results. And I know some of us balance what the marketing and the real estate, and sometimes it's hard to balance the two, but we have to kind of get into the skills of becoming the best salesman or the best saleswoman, right? But the salesperson that we want to become. We are independent contractor marketers, and that means that we are here to improve our sales skills in order for us to produce more, because we are marketing Renatus. Yes, we still students of Renatus, but we also need to promote the school as ICMs. So here is the list of suggestions in this book. And I'm going to read them all, and then we're going to be discussing each one of them individually. And that way, if we run out of time, because I want to have a conversation with you, you have heard them all. You can go back to the book and review them. Okay. So in this book, basically, it's kind of a story about this rich man and then this boy, and he's giving all everything, but the main focus is about these crows, and these crows have 10 different suggestions of how to become the best salesman. So you can read the story. The story is really engaging, and it drives you in to continue listening to the book or reading the book, but the main focus is really the messages on these scrolls. So scroll number 1 says, I will form good habits and become their slave. I'm just going to read them all. Scroll number 2, greet each day with love in your heart. Scroll number 3, I will persist until I succeed. Scroll number 4, I am nature's greatest miracle. Scroll 5, live each day as if it were your last one. Scroll 6, master your emotions. Scroll 7, the power of laughter. Scroll 8, multiply your value every day. Scroll 9, all is worthless without action. And scroll 10, pray to God for guidance. Those are the scrolls, and each one contains a particular message. So let's go over those messages, because I think this is where really this book gives you into an action plan. And the main concept of all of this is do it. Do it now, okay? Because on scroll number 9, the author referred to do it now about 18 times. So let's go over these to see and evaluate if we are good salespeople, okay? So number 1, I will form good habits and become their slave. What are the habits that we have? I think at the beginning of the year, we talk about habits. I gave you ideas on some of the habits that I do and some of the things that I was suggesting for you to do, but are we keeping those habits? Are we slaves of those habits? Recently, I modified some of my habits, and I have something that I've been doing is, what do I want? So have that clarity in my mind of what do I want. It has to be very clear. Then I treat everybody as a divine person. So if you have like an unexpected guest, even if it's an animal, a cat just came to your door, or a dog, or even a lizard, or anything that comes through you is an unexpected guest, you're going to treat them with divine. Then being grateful, and list 3 things to be grateful of or for every day. So those are the habits that I have right now. So what are your habits? I'm gonna pick just only one person. If you haven't talked in our conversations before, it will be nice to hear from some of those who normally don't speak. Do you have a habit? Let's see, if no, I call in somebody. Let's see, Alvin, do you have habits? And if you don't, it's okay. Just be honest with us and tell us. And if you're going to start applying some habits. Alvin, are you there?
Yes. Hey, Wanda.
Hello.
So one of my habits that I learned from Dane Clark several weeks ago was to, before you go to bed, like try right before you go to sleep to think positive, something positive. Don't go to bed negative and don't wake up negative. So then, I've been practicing that for at least the last month and a half. When I wake up in the morning, the first thought that I want to put on my mind is something positive.
Yes, that is a very, very good habit, Alvin. Thank you for sharing. And this is really important. Even Woody mentioned that, and he always said that when he goes to bed, he put like clean jokes, and he goes to bed with clean jokes because that put him on the mindset of waking up with strength and happiness. And that is really true. If you go to bed and go to sleep listening to bad news, listening to all the commotion in the world, you're going to wake up depressed, honestly, because
Yes.
your brain absorbs all of that message and it's going to keep it in you as if it's true. And that's what you're going to be projecting towards the beginning of the day and the next day. So
Yeah.
it is important for you to thank you for sharing that because it's so important. As a matter of fact, I was reading once that the habits that you have at night are even more important than the habits that you have in the morning. So those in the night, because that is going to prompt your brain to process and to rebuild your brain. One of the things that I do a lot of times, not every night, but most of the nights, I put a music that has the wave of abundance. So if you look on YouTube, there are some clips, and I try to pick one that has like 7 hours, so it covers all my sleeping period. And it gives you abundance, or it gives you different mindsets. You can search for them and just play that music on the background, and your brain is going to be reprogramming itself. So great suggestion for habits. Very good. So important, just to reiterate, that you have to have habits and make yourself slave of those habits. Make yourself committed to those habits. The morning habits and the evening habits. There's 2 habits. And in the morning, walking, drinking water, doing your breathing exercises, your meditation, all of that is really important to start your day. Okay, number 2. Thank you, Alvin. Number 2 is I will persist until succeed. I will persist until succeed. I was doing a mental kind of attendance list, if you will, like taking attendance mentally of people that has been involved in Renato's community since I started in 2017 doing marketing. And I'm missing a lot of people. I'm missing a lot of people. And these are people who have been really very, very involved in leadership, in volunteering work, and everything. And suddenly, where are they? Where are they? So I was just thinking, sometimes we don't persist enough, or just because we have a stumbling block in the middle or a situation in the pathway, we just stop and we drop the ball and we do not continue. And this is really, really important to have persistence until you succeed. And succeeding is not the point that you did good in one deal or you did bad in one deal. Succeeding is a constant pattern. It's a constant development, something that you will continue to progress day after day after day until you die. And I personally believe that even after you die, you continue to progress. So that's my personal belief. But into that now. But it's something that if you are going on the path of succeeding, going up, after life, you continue to move up. Then, so those are things that we need to continue on. There is a picture that I love. This guy kind of caving into, breaking the rock into this cave. And then at one point it turns around and didn't notice that they only have like this bit, just this little bit more to go to the other side. I don't know if you have seen that picture, but it's really something that you have to kind of be consistent and persistent. It doesn't matter. Right now, I have been honest to you, I've been going through some losses and to some challenges in my business. But hey, I'm here. No, I'm not quitting. Remember, that person who quits never succeed. And those who succeed never quit. Okay, so that is really important. Anybody who has a comment, experience, or something on this matter? I will persist until I succeed. Open the mic and give us an experience or
like today, for example, Wanda, I know that I have in my mind, the biggest issue is obviously my mind, and the beliefs that are so deep in me. I'm trying to erase them all. And I know trying doesn't make it. I have to do it, and I'm doing it. But today, for example, I was like, no, I'm not going to go in the call again because enough is enough. Sometimes I said like enough training is enough training, is action now. And I've been doing action. Not as much as I like I would like to, because like you said, sometimes everybody's situation is different, and that's one of the reasons. But I said I was almost not coming into the call because I like no, it's like no more training, I need action. And but at the end it's like no, but I also need the training. I need to stay focused, because and finding myself, I realized this is something that I really like. I love this. I love to help people. I love to see the transformation in people, and to be able to shift their direction. And I like I said, like I always said, and you're here for a reason. And I didn't find Renatus. Somebody else find it for me. I got into Renatus for, let's say, the wrong reason, but I got in for the good reason. So in the process, I'm like, okay, now what? So it's like, this is just a process, and I love the process, and I'm not a quitter. I know that I'm not a quitter. So that's why it's like, okay, I came in the call late, but I'm here.
Very good. Thank you, Sandra. And I love you. I love you. I seen your progress through this year or year and a half, or even 2 years. I don't know exactly, but I seen you progress from the moment that you started until now. And personally, you have grown, and I know in the business you have grown. So keep the persistence. Keep the persistence. And something that I want to reiterate is because this is part of the routine. I have my alarm clock ready for these meetings. I'm always here, unless something else comes really out of expected. But this is part of my routine. You establish that routine, and no matter what, raining, storms, or earthquakes, or whatever, snowing, you are in this meeting. You are to be in this meeting because every call is not the same. Every Thursday, I don't bring the same topic. So every Thursday, you will get something new. Michael brings a very great perspective every Monday. Bill and Dane. Yesterday, when I entered the call and I saw Troy Dunn, I was, oh my goodness. And I missed a little bit of the call at the beginning. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm missing because I love Troy Dunn. So you never know what is going to be on one of these calls that is going to trigger your mind, your action to be better person, to become something greater. You must be here. This is a commitment. And invite your team members to be here. This is like the church, like you must be here. You need to be here in every call. So it is so important, the persistent. Persist until you succeed. So I'm not stopping coming to this meeting because, oh, I don't feel good today. No, I am in the meeting. And the meeting, I may not need the meeting, but the meeting needs me. Okay? So that's so important. So please invite more people. We only have 57 in here. Sometimes it runs a little bit more. For Michael, it's about 100. So where are the rest of the people? You may not like me, but I think the content that I'm bringing is valuable. So be persistent. Okay,
Wanda.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to, have a little, about the persistent part. I attended this event with Tony Robbins, and it's so important, that we really persist, because even if, he mentioned that he's got like friends that are billionaires, but they're not really happy. So up until we get to a point where we feel fulfilled. And I know he used, what's his name? Robbins. Oh gosh, what's his name? The guy that committed suicide.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Robin Williams. And he's so successful, very, very nice person. And I've never really heard anything bad about this guy. And he was very, always laughing. He always made me laugh every time I watch his movies because he's so funny. And, had a great family and all that. But at the end of the day, he hung himself. So because he's got all this fame, he had all this money, but he wasn't really fulfilled. So we got to be striving, working on how to be fulfilled. Not so much, not just the money part of it. So, and you may be fulfilled in, like, you have a lot of money in that part, but you have, we have to be fulfilled in all aspects of our lives, because, otherwise it would just be worthless for what we're building, and, we're not really happy. So, and that's why it was, he was really stretching out. Being fulfilled is so important, because that's when you can really live the life that you love.
Yeah, thank you so much. And that makes me realize that I skipped scroll number 2. Scroll number 1 was, I will form good habits and become their slave. But then scroll number 2 is really great. Greet each day with love in your heart. Greet each day with love in your heart. And then 3 is, I will persist until I succeed. Love is so important. It's the highest vibration that you can have. It's the highest vibration. If you are like in the lowest vibration, like criticizing people, judging people, talking about others, comparing yourself with others, not sending love, that is going to give you the lowest vibration, and whatever vibration you have is the one that you want to bring the most. That's what you're going to be attracting. So if you go to the highest vibration, love, and especially when you scroll through Facebook or you're looking at social media, if somebody is succeeding, send some love. If somebody is giving you something negative, send love. That is the greatest power that you have. The greatest weapon that you have is love. Whatever, kill people with kindness. Have you heard that? Kill people with kindness. If somebody does something bad to you, kill them with kindness. Be kind to people. Just give love to people. And you will see that things will turn around, because love is more powerful than anything else. But if you fight back, you're not going to win. You're going to continue in that battle. But give love in anything that you want to do is love. Okay, so let's go to number 4. I am nature's greatest miracle. Naturally, I am a miracle. Sometimes we want to look at miracles like big things, like an angel is going to come down and appear in front of me, like in the Bible times or whatever. It may not going to happen. It may happen. I don't know. But it may not going to happen. But if you realize that the greatest miracle is yourself, like yesterday I put on one of my quotes, I've been putting quotes every day, and it says, if you want to look at the best person and the greatest person or something, look at the mirror and see yourself. See yourself as the greatest and nature miracle in the world. You are the best. You have all the potential to describe and to seek what you want. Believe it, because you have to tell yourself and believe it in your heart, not in your mind, but in your heart. Okay, and let me see, number 5. Live each day as you were. This was the last one. This is so important. I'm here in Puerto Rico, just kind of being the companion and helping around with my grandma. My grandma is 105 years old. And last Thursday, my aunt came and told me that the doctor says that her heart is so fragile that in any time she can pass away. She's 105, so and she's healthy in a way, but she has, because of the body is fragile, she's in pain. But so every day I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do with love for her and to treat her like this is her last day. This is her last day. Because I don't know if she's gonna wake up tomorrow, right? So every day you have to live the day in this moment. Remember that people are depressed because they living on the past, thinking about what happened a few months ago or what happened yesterday. People get anxiety because things are of the future, that they don't have a future determined or are sure of where they're going. That's why it's so important to live in the present. I'm living today. Maybe I allow myself today to be depressed. Okay, but give yourself some time, limit. Don't stay in that forever, because it's good to have your emotions going. Yesterday I had a period in which I wanted to cry, so I called my sister and I cried. Okay, but it was for a period of time. It wasn't like all day long type of thing. Let's get out of that, Yes, we're humans, so we're going to have all these emotions, but it's time for you to live the present. Live today like this is the last day. You don't know if you're going to wake up tomorrow. I don't know if my grandma will wake up tomorrow. She wake up today, but I don't know if tomorrow. Okay? So what are you doing today to make something different in your life and to make a difference in somebody else's life. All right. Number 6, master your emotions. That's right, alone. Master your emotions. So yes, yesterday I wanted to cry. Okay, because I was having some situations, but I allow myself to just, okay, I'm gonna call my sister and I'm gonna just get it out of my chest, talk, and so on. And then I shift my emotions. I control it. I said, yes, I'm gonna allow myself to get this out of my chest for a minute because otherwise it will oppress me. But it was time to just relax. 15 minutes, enough for you to cry or to scream or to yell or to punch a wall or whatever you want to do, but control it. And when you're in front of customers, just control your emotions. Be happy, smile, send love, listen to them. What are their needs? Don't show all the products and the services that we have, even though we have the best ones and we have so many solutions for so many situations in their life. Listen to them, control those emotions. Don't think about the money you're going to make. Just listen to them and help them. Where are they at this moment? What can I do for them? I had a conversation this week with James Lees, one of the PAC members, and he recommended me to, I mean, with Michael too, and both agree that let's go back to some of those people that I have talked to before and ask just really, how can I help you? What is the situation that you have today that I can assist you with? And start that conversation with those people and see if you can help them. Maybe Renatus will be the answer, but maybe it will be connecting them to something or a resource or something else. But show that you care for that person. And that's how you can progress. Okay, are we good in time still? Let's see. The next one is number 7, the power of laughter. This is really cool. I'm always smiling, but and at the beginning, people asked me, what is your secret for success? And the secret for success for me was like being excited and smile. So I started taking pictures of people in like one of the first regionals that I went and taking pictures of people smiling. And I wanted to do a presentation on that. Actually, I created an acronym for the 4 money making activities on Smile. And I was training that year, I was training on that, like Smile, because that is the success. And in one of my trainings that I have gone, like for personal development, one of the exercises that the coach have asked us to do is just we lay down in the floor, everybody in the audience, we lay down on the floor and we just start laughing. And we just laugh and laugh and laugh, and you just laugh, and it's so contagious. It's so contagious that the vibe in the room will go so high because it's about being happy. We are here in this world to become happy, to be happy, not to be sad. It's all abundance around us. Everything is being created in abundance. So we deserve that, and we can go proclaim that if we are happy. So laugh more often. Do you know that you use more muscles in your face when you're frowning? I think it is, and when you're laughing, it's more vibrant. I don't know. I forgot the things with the muscles and use, but when you laugh, it's more vibrant. All right. Let's say then the next one is number 8. Multiply your value every day. Sandra, here is the answer. Multiply your value every day. When we come here to this meeting, we are adding value. I'm trying, when I prepare my trainings, I want to add value to yourself. I want to add value to each one of you. I know that Lily does the same, Michael, Bill, and Dane. We want to give you more value. So you acquire value when you read, when you attend the meetings, when you are then sharing what you have learned. If you're not here, you can do action, but if you don't grow personally, your actions and the results are not going to be aligned. So the growth that you have personally will be aligned with your results. The more you grow, the more results you have. And how can you grow? By coming to the meetings, by attending here and participating. That's how you add value to yourself and to everybody every day. Number 9, all is worthless without action. And that's exactly what Sandra was mentioning too. I want to have action. Yes, but these meetings are early in the morning. Take your meeting and go out and conquer the world. Yes, if I don't call my people, if I don't connect with people, if I don't do the things that I need to be doing, I cannot have the results. I can be on the stage of love and vibration and value and all of that, but without action, I'm not going to become the best salesperson in the world or in Renato's. I'm not going to be on this 10 on the list of 10 sales, right? Because action is important. And number 10, in this one, in this particular scroll in the book, the author mentioned, do it now, action, do it now. And he mentioned that 18 times in this chapter. So it is important that if you take action, when are you going to take action? Tomorrow? In a month? I was talking to Michael about, the goal that I need to fulfill and everything. And I said, well, from now to December. And he said, why not this month? Said, oops, yes, why not this month? I've done it before. $30,000 in a month, I've done it before. Why not now? Why I have to wait until this, kind of spread my wings around until December? Because I need to take action now, right? What actions do you need to take? We are here, we're listening, we're absorbing all this information, we are getting involved, we volunteer, we do everything, we are in the meetings. But are we doing the money-making activities? Are we taking action? And I'm speaking and having conversations with people every day about real estate, investing in real estate, like Dane says. Dane said every day he has a conversation with somebody about investing in real estate. Are we doing it? I'm not doing it every day. I need to be honest. So how can I expect my results to be there if I'm not doing it? Do we have to commit ourselves to that action today and said every day I'm going to have a conversation with somebody about real estate, investing in real estate? What are your thoughts about this? We still have a few minutes. Well, we don't have that many minutes. Yeah, 7 minutes. What are your thoughts? Very quickly. Are you taking action? Tyson, are you taking action? Or how are you taking action?
Yes, I am taking action.
That's what I picked you. Go ahead and share.
That might be kind of awkward if I wasn't. Yeah, so we're talking about habits. We're talking about all these good things. And every morning I have a routine that starts with mindfulness, and it starts with journaling. And then right after that, I go straight into following up with all my prospects, as well as Facebook marketing and reaching out to leads that I've had in the past and ones that I have now that haven't responded for a while. And so as far as marketing goes, that's the action that I've been taking, and it seems to be making some progress. It's bringing me some success. So I'm excited about that. And as far as real estate goes, we have all this education, and there's lots of action steps that's kind of embedded in the education. So I also spend time doing that every day.
Good.
And juggling the two, like you said in the beginning, is kind of difficult sometimes, especially for me, because I have a third thing that I'm juggling. I have a side business besides this. I'm helping other real estate investors manage their operations, so that takes some time. But the action is what's bringing me success. It's not always easy, but it's been worth it so far.
Thank you so much for sharing, Tyson. And I know that look at him, he's in the car ready to go. He's on his next deal and his next action.
Yeah,
Very
I'm in
good.
my truck to go to one of my deals. Quick story about that. I have a new fix and flip. There's a hoarder house. They left 35 gallons of used motor oil in the garage. So I'm taking that to the dump right now.
Oh, well, thank you for sharing, Tyson, and good luck to you and everything you do. Much success to you. Okay,
Thank
the
you.
last thing on this book, the last scroll, says pray to God for guidance. And this is something very personal. You can be praying to whomever you want to pray, the universe, Mahoma, Buddha, God, Jesus Christ, whatever you believe. But understand that there's that higher power. There's something greater that is going to help you, something that is going to give you that guidance to move on. And recently, and I will say a year since I went to Bali and I have these spiritual experiences, I have reframed the way I connect with God and my human being, my highest being, and so on. And instead of asking for something, because I don't feel that I need to be kind of demanding things from him, I ask questions because all the answers are within me. I have the brain, I have the capacity to do it, I have all the intelligence and experiences and everything to fulfill what I need. So I ask questions. Who do I need to serve today? That answer comes immediately to my head. What do I need to do today? And that comes immediately. And that's when it comes to journaling. You inspire actions for the day during your routine in the morning. What are my inspired actions? What my intuition is telling me to do today? And write it down. And at the end of the day, see if you complete those things that you were prompted to do in the morning. So connecting with that higher being, with God, with Jesus, however you want to call it, however you believe, is important. It is powerful. This book, these 10 steps in this book are going to make you, if you follow it to the T, like Bob Snyder have done, because he suggested this book on Saturday, I know if you will become a greater salesperson in the world, and in Renato's especially. So let's put together these, learn it, study it. All the reference, I put it in the Facebook page. Learn these, listen to that book, and you will be getting closer to succeed and your results. I don't want to end this call before we read or recite the affirmations and the things for today, and also mention that we are preparing is called the Fantastic Fabulous Friday with Eric Count, that he's going to show us the new program that is coming up, SMART. So that is going to be on Friday the 9th, and I believe it's at 6 to 9, around there, Mountain Time. So check on the announcements and everything, and we're going to have this Friday, Fabulous Friday is going to be, we just kind of roll the F all the time here. Let me see, it's called Fantastic Fabulous Friday with Eric Count from 6 to 8:30 Mountain Time on Friday the 9th. Friday the 9th. So sign up, and we will have all of these new tools and excitement to continue having action and to move forward in our businesses. So let's see, who has memorized I know Isaac did, Kelly has. Anybody is ready?
And then
Yes.
And then Wanda, real quick, we're at the top of the hour, so we do need to start the real estate call on the same line.
Yes, thank you so much. Yes, I have to. So we will skip the affirmation, but thank you so much for being here, guys. And we have a great day in front of us. Remember, live it like today is the last day. Talk to you later. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Wanda. Thank you, Keely. Thank you, everybody.